To watch the latest from India Science, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press on the bell icon to get notifications on all the science-related videos.
Namaskar, you're watching Sci-Tech and I am Bhagyashree. In our first segment, we address some misconceptions around the ideal diet for Weight Watchers. And in our next segment, we tell you about the prospect of establishing a human colony not far away from Earth. No, we're not talking about Mars or the Moon. We have a new entrant in the race. Intrigued? We won't keep you waiting. Let's jump in. Low fat, low carb, keto, paleo, Atkins. The internet is abuzz with these diet fads, each promising to do wonders. But which one is more likely to work? The answer isn't that simple. What does science say about a low-fat versus low-carb diet? Find out in our video.
Watch what you eat. You might have heard this statement from friends, relatives, diet gurus, media influencers, and celebrities. Following a healthy diet can keep many diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer at bay. The World Health Organization recommends a diet low on salt, sugar, and saturated and industrially produced trans fats. Unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, and genes could lead to obesity. Obesity increases the risk of several health conditions, including COVID-19. The internet has emerged as a treasure trove for people aiming to shed a few kilos. It is believed that high-fat diet causes a greater intake of calories and high-carb ones lead to overeating. How much of this is true? To answer this question, researchers carried out a simple experiment. They put 10 volunteers on a low-fat and 10 others on a low-carb animal-based diet for 2 weeks. You must be familiar with the highly popular low-carb, keto, and Atkins diets. Volunteers in the low-fat group ate more carbohydrates, and those in the low-carb group consumed more fats. After 2 weeks, both groups lost weight, but there were some differences. 1. The low-fat group consumed 550 to 700 fewer calories per day than their low-carb counterparts. Second, people eating low-fat meals lost more fat. Third, these individuals had higher insulin and blood glucose levels. So what are the takeaways of the study? 1. The study challenges the belief that a low-fat diet leads to more fat loss. Second, it also questions previous notions that suggest that a high-carb diet causes people to overeat. And third, low-carb animal-based meals did not lead to weight gain despite the higher fat content. The researchers studied only the short-term impacts of these diets. They are not sure if these results will hold up in the long term.
Let's now look at the new entrant in the race to find a new home beyond Earth. Recently, scientists proposed setting up a colony around Ceres, a dwarf planet orbiting the Sun between Mars and Jupiter. Is it possible to set up human cities around Ceres? Find out in this video as we weigh the pros and cons of setting up habitation around the dwarf planet.
Fossil records tell us that life took off on Earth about 3.5 billion years ago. Our planet continues to support life, but for how long? Earth is facing threats from both humans and space. While we are to blame for increasing temperatures due to climate change, we cannot rule out the possibility that an asteroid or space debris could make conditions hostile for life. To preserve human species, Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX, wants to build a colony on Mars. And now, astrophysicist Pekka Janhunen of the Finnish Meteorological Institute in Helsinki thinks it is possible to host humans on floating megacities around Ceres, a dwarf planet orbiting the Sun between Mars and Jupiter. Dwarf planets are too small to be called a regular world and too big to be dubbed a satellite like the Moon. Ceres is the only dwarf planet in the inner solar system and is roughly 520 million kilometers away from Earth. The megacities around Ceres should check a few boxes to make habitation a reality. It should contain an atmosphere similar to Earth. It should shield us from harmful space radiation and possess artificial gravity to keep our bones and muscles from deteriorating. Jan Hunen proposed that humans could create Earth-like conditions by sourcing materials from Ceres. Let's look at what makes Ceres an attractive destination for humans. According to Jan Hunen, the dwarf planet is rich in nitrogen, which on Earth is a crucial ingredient, making up about 78% of the atmosphere. This element is present in our DNA. It helps plant grow. Nitrogen extracted from Ceres can help create an artificial atmosphere in the floating megacities. Orbiting megacities could generate artificial gravity for its inhabitants. Mars, on the other hand, has low gravity. As for space radiation, Jan Hunen suggested placing giant mirrors around the floating cities. These mirrors could also reflect sunlight into the habitat to support plant growth. Jan Hunen's idea isn't perfect. Manaswi Lingam, an assistant professor of astrobiology at the Florida Institute of Technology, told Life Science that Jan Hunen hasn't addressed how humans could source phosphorus, an element crucial for life. Neither do we currently have the technology to gather nitrogen and other raw materials from Ceres. However, Lingam added that the idea is feasible, but it would take us longer to build the right technology.
That's all for this episode of Sci-Tech. You can send us your valuable feedback on the email ID flashing on your screen. Also download India Science app or visit our website www.indiascience.in for more such videos. Don't forget to follow us on our social media handles as well. Before signing off, here is Fact of the Day for you.
Ceres was first discovered in 1801 and is named after the Roman goddess of agriculture. It was considered an asteroid for many years until 2006.